Hello everyone, konnichiwa. I'm so happy to be with you in this new group of the embroidery notebook that will embroider together with those videos. I will speak in English, but I apologize in advance for any mistakes I might make. This embroidery notebook is made by 10 page is in French here. The first few pages are made up of very simple and accessible stitches. Then in the last two pages, the stitches will be a little bit more difficult. But don't worry, I will give you a lot of tips to make it all right. I just want to say that we also have English, Spanish, German, and Portuguese version. And also, if you order the kit from Sunka distributor in Japan, you will have all explanation in Japanese. So let's discover the kits together. I'm going to make the transition. Let's go. Alors, the kit is composed of the printed fabric. Okay, so the printed fabric, here it's in French. You have also the DMC threads, the needle over there. This is a needle size 9, and you have the color chart, which allow you to separate the color. And what else? You have the felt inside to make the cover here. The ribbon also to finish your work, and all explanations in this kit. It's in French, but you can think it's in other language also. So we give you the colors and the name of the stitch, and at the end you have all explanation step by step with a draw also to make the stitches. So what else? I'm going to start each stitches in this video, and I will let you finish the lines alone by telling you how to finish them. Also, I will embroider all the stitches with the red threads, so it will be better for you to see the stitches by the video. So after, just have a look to choose the good color. So what else? But let's start with how to start. So we are going to make today the first page. So just let's zoom with the stem stitch and many other ones. So I'm going to show you how to start to make your threads in the needle. So you take the threads, here the red one, so we are working with DMC threads, and each thread is made with the 6 threads. So you take one at the end, and all the time when you see I use 2 threads, just fold it in 2 parts. Take your needle. Yes, I'm going to take one, sorry. And you pass the 2 threads, inside the needle. So it means in this part you have the two extremities, and the other part you have the loop. Just I'm going to make some, yes, okay. So now what you have to do is to place the hoop where we are going to start and place the draw in the middle of the hoop. The size of the hoop is 10 centimeters. It's perfect for the tension, and it allows you to have the thread under the thumb all the time. It's very good for the tension. So now I'm going to the center, make some zoom. Okay, and let's go. So we are going to make the stem stitch just to make here a line. But to start, you need to emerge. You go down near the thread, and on the back side of the fabric you pass under the loop. It allows you not make a knot. And we are going to start. Don't forget always to put your threads under the thumb. Alors, this stitch is working from left to right. So you emerge your threads, you go down, put a few millimeters to the right, and you emerge for the first stitch halfway. Just a halfway. It's okay? Yes. And you repeat now, but you emerge in the last hole. And you continue. So the distance here is about 2 or 3 millimeters. And all the time you need to emerge the needle in the last hole. So we are going to continue until the end of the line. This is the easier technical to make the stem stitch. And after we are going to see how it's happened with curves and angle. So we are arriving at the end of the line. So make the last one stitch. Just go down at the end, turn your work, and now pass under 1, 2, and 3 previous stitches. And now you can cut. You just made the first line, so just have a look on the notebook. You can see you have different lines with different color. Now I would like to show you how it's happened with, the curve and the angle. So you take another thread, change the place of the hoop. I'm so sorry for my French accent. So let's go. You emerge, go down, pass inside the loop, and just start with a very small stitch. It's very important in a curve to make smaller stitches. Just be careful to embroider on the line and continue in the same way. You can see that, look, for all stitches, when you start, what is difficult is to immerse your needle. So look, I just go down, and with my finger, you can see I push to help the needle emerge. When you are on the line, direct line, you can make larger stitches. And I'm going to show you right now how to make the perfect angle. Okay, so let's go. Let's make the last stitch. You go down on the same hole. You pass, inside the last stitches and just emerge in the last hole, and you continue your line. Okay, so this is the tips to make a good curves and to make a perfect angle. So we are going now to see another stitch. Alors, this is now I'm going to take, okay, this is the slip stitch, le point de tige, le point de tige fendu, the slip stitch, sorry. So you take another thread, sorry, so one threads double, you emerge your threads and go down just near. You pass inside the loop, yes. You emerge, and what you need to do now is to separate the thread in two parts. It's like the stem stitch, but when you emerge your needle, you need to pass, yes. One thread on the top and one on the bottom. It means make a bigger stitch. You emerge halfway the stitch and you separate the threads. And the stitch is the stem stitch is bigger, sorry. You emerge halfway inside the two threads. And you continue like that until the end of the line. So I'm going to stop because I don't have enough time to make all the page, but the goal is to show you how it's happened. And you cut. So just let me show you. For the letter, you make all those lines and the third one just at the end. And for this stitch, the split stitch, this is how do you say? I don't have the color. Sorry, écru. With the two threads, but in fact you have all explanation in the kit. So now let's go to see the raised stem stitch. So you need to use, we are going to see with the red color. So just move your hook, place the draw on the center. Oh, zut. Alors, so I just make a mistake with the needle. I'm so sorry. Aye, aye, aye. So you emerge, you pass inside, and let's go. First of all, you need to make a straight stitch. I will take off this mistake at the end. So you make all straight stitches. When you are at the end, you go down and come back at the beginning. And after, you emerge on the top right side. Then you pass the needle under the first stitch, like a stem stitch, without piercing the fabric. And the second one. And you pull to the top. It means you make your stem stitch without piercing the fabric and on the previous straight stitch. And when you arrive at the end, you can make the last one. You go down at the end and come back. If you don't have enough threads, you can change it. Just slide under previous stitches and change your threads. And when you are here, you just emerge near the first line. And you continue left below the previous row. Okay? So let's go now for a new stitch. I'm cutting, but don't do that. Huh? It's just because I don't finish my stitch. Alors, just to have a look, now the chain stitch. The chain stitch is a work from top to bottom. I know some work with a different technical from left to right, from right to left. I prefer to work from top to bottom. So the best is to find your favorite technique. Yes, let me show you another technique. If you want to use the rest of your threads, you can make a very small knot. Put the thread on your needle. You make a turn, a wrap, and you keep them under your finger. Pull the needle, and here you have a very, very small knot. And you can use it with the same technical, just passed over the loop after. I'm going to show you. Let's go for the chain stitch. Yep, sorry. Put the draw on the center and let's go. Alors, the chain stitch, so it's work from top to bottom. So you emerge the needle, just a few. Yes, perfect. You emerge, and what I want to show you how to use your threads. So make the same technical look here. And on the back you have your small knot, but you pass, yep, sorry. You need to separate a little bit to pass your needle. inside, and you pull and just cut the rest of your threads. So let's go to the chain stitch. You emerge, you take the needle to the back through the same hole, look, in the same hole, and you emerge few millimeters after. You go inside the first stitch and you emerge. The needle is above the thread and gently pull the thread through. And you repeat. Don't forget to keep the threads under your left finger, thumb, and try to make regular stitches. At the beginning, stitches are bigger, larger, and with a little practice, you will make them smaller. So when the line is finished, you just have to go down after the stitch. You see, just after in the line, you go down and you pass through the previous stitches and you cut them. This is the chain stitch. Now we are going to make, oh yes, I'm going to show you. This is the chain stitch here, okay? And now on this line, this is the white chain stitch. So first you need to make your chain stitch with the beige threads, and after you take another threads to wipe them. So let's go. You do exactly the same. You fix the thread. Up. Hop, 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 it's a very French word. I say a lot of up, 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 up. So you go down first your chain stitch. We are going to make just 3 or 4 stitches, just to explain you. Perhaps I'm going to make a zoom. You fix on the back. You cut it. You take 2 threads with a different color. Here the ecru. You fix your thread inside the previous stitches. Go inside the loop. And right now you emerge. Oops, sorry. Just on the right. Sorry, on the right. I'm going to change my lamp because I'm not sure you can see everything. Up. Sorry. Up, up, up. Yes. And so you first of all, you make a line of chain stitch, then you are on the left of the top of the line, and now you wrap 2 threads around each stitch. I'm not sure it's a good idea. Up. Yes. Just pass under all stitches. Okay, you understand? I love this one, it's so cute. And to finish at the end of the line, just go down half on the right side, half the last stitch. Sorry. And you pass under. You have some works in the first page. Huh? And you cut. All right, so this is those stitch. You see, now we have 4 more stitches. So now we are going to see the zigzag chain stitch. So let's go to take the red threads. Just change the place of the hoop. Oops. Excuse me. I need some place. Okay. And we are going to start now. So this is exactly the same. The stitch is the same, but a little bigger. And we embroider them to the right, then to the left. So we need to fix at the beginning our threads. Sorry. It's a little bit difficult to be on the center of the image and to embroider and to control everything. But it's okay. So just emerge here. You go inside the same hole, emerge at the end of the loop, and now we are going on the right side. So you go down inside the first stitch, the first petal, and you continue following the draw. When you are at the end of the line, just pass under the previous stitches and you cut. So on the book, you can see we have 2 lines. The first one is on red with the red color, and the second one with the ecru color. And now we are going to see, it's not very easy, but we are going to see the chain stitch with the 2 color. So we are going to see this stitch, and you can see you have this is a chain stitch, but with 1 stitch in red, 1 stitch in beige. So what you need to do is to put 2 double threads in the same needle. So it means you take 1 red threads, you fold it in 2 parts, the same with another color, and you put the 4 extremities in the needle, so you have you have 2 loops here. And we are going to start. So you emerge. If it's not easy for you, you can use a bigger needle. So we are going to see now this stitch. So you need to use 2 different colors. It means you take 1 thread red double, and the same with the other color. You see you have 4 extremities over there in the needle, and you have your 2 loops over there, and you are going to start with in the same way. So you can use a bigger needle if you have some problem. I'm going to make some zoom. Okay, so let's go. You emerge, you go just down, you pass under the 2 loops, you pull, and you emerge at the beginning of the line. So now you need to separate the color. So I'm going to keep the red one on the left side and the ecru on the right side. You go inside the same hole. To start, it's better to make a larger stitch, and you pull gently and you keep the thread under the left thumb. You take the other color and they go back, they go inside the down the fabric, and now you can pull the red one. And if you want to have the ecru one on the top, you pull the red one and gently you pull the ecru one. And you continue like that. And don't forget to keep the thread you want on your fabric on the right side. And when you're okay with the technique, you can make smaller stitches, but at the beginning it's easier with the larger one. Okay? And when you are finished, you just need to go down after the stitch on the back. Oops. And you pass under the previous stitches and you cut. All right. So let's go now for the next stitch. Yes, I would like to show you. You can see this one. So now it's time to make this one. This is the name is a twisted chain stitch. Oops, sorry, here. So we are working with only 2 threads. I'm going to take the red one, it's easier to see. Just place the hoop in the good, change the place, and let's go. So you emerge, you go down, you fix up, Okay, I have a little bit, no, it's okay. So right now, you go down just in the front, but on the right side, and emerge on the line. I'm going to make a zoom just to see better. Okay. Keep the thread under your thumb and don't go inside the loop, but on the right side, just in front of the stitch, and emerge few millimeters after. It looks like easy, but the tension, the regularity depend on the tension. You see? And when you are finished, you go down, and all the time the same. You pass under the previous stitches. And you can see I use all the rest of my threads. It's mean cut. Don't forget to cut your small threads. And now we are going to see the last stitch. This is the cable chain stitch. So just prepare your threads. It's work from top to bottom also. Okay, so let's start. Yep, sorry. Right. You pass under. So the first one is the chain stitch. Okay, so you go down in the same one. And what you need to do now is to put, I'm going to make a zoom, to put your hoop on the table. I can't do any more, okay. Yep. So you make a wrap like that. You go down and emerge your needle. Pull the thread on the fabric. And pull. I think I have just a little, excuse me. Yes, perfect. So one more. You put the thread on your needle. You go down. You emerge your needle. It's not very easy. Huh? You pull the thread here on the fabric and take your needle and pull gently. All right, one more if you want. the last one of this page. Up, go down. Try to make them regular. It's not easy to start, huh? Just practice a little bit. Yeah, and at the end, you just have to go down and slide under the previous stitches. Okay, this is the end of the first page. Let me show you the page, the complete page. Like that, okay? So you can see all stitches. You have few works, so I give you an appointment for the next video, the page 2 of our notebook embroidery. This is the second one. It's easier, easier. And work well, and see you for the next session. And please take care of yourself. And that's all. And I'm going to try to say some Japanese word. The Japanese word are let me show. Umaku ataraki, jibun no sewa o suru. Bye bye. See you.